Okay, that is not the quarterback for Forest City. It looks like that's Isaiah Ganga who's walking off now. He was kind of stretching his neck out a little bit there, so maybe a bit of a stinger after that collision. You like to see those big hits. You just don't like to see anybody get hurt afterward.
And it looks like, from here anyway, he's going to be all right. And let's hope that's the case. Again, 12:02 to go, and the clock counting down in this first half.
Good field position here for the Cougars on that nice return.
Absolutely excellent field position around the 40-yard line of Forest City. Now a fake handoff, pass complete along the near side. Dan Fox looks to be the receiver who grabbed that one. A minimal pickup, but there is a flag on the play.
Wonder if this might be holding against the Cougars. No, it's offside against the Cougars.
Pardon me, that might have been Lee Purnell with the reception. Referee having a chat there with Jake Van Ork, defensive back for Forest City.
So, yep, they will assess that against the Cougars, and it's going to be 1st and 15.
So they bring the football back to the 45. Still first down. The Cougars have some more real estate to cover here.
It's still Zach Welton in at quarterback for the Cougars.
Welton gets the snap, back to pass up the middle, and nobody home. I don't know if that was intended for Dan Fox, who just didn't turn up the middle to receive that one, but that was pretty much no man's land. So incomplete, makes it 2nd and 15.
Again, we're going to have to keep an eye out to see who comes out to quarterback the Cougars every series here, because as we mentioned earlier, apparently Ryan Brook, the backup quarterback for the Cougars, is going to get some snaps about 2 or 3 series tonight. I thought this might be actually not a bad time to get him in with the Cougars up 17-0 in some decent field position, but they'll wait a little longer, I guess.
Back to pass and up the middle, just out of the fingertips of Lee Purnell. That would have been short anyhow, but he was pretty well covered there for Forest City.
Wow, that defender looked like he got there a little bit early. I don't think to me anyway, from this vantage point, didn't look like the ball was quite there, and he was already over the shoulders of the receiver for the Cougars, but the referee's not seeing it that way. So as you mentioned, Mike, 3rd down, but it did look like the defender got there just a tad early.
So now 3rd down. 2 returners very, very deep by the goalpost for Forest City, as the Cougars will kick it away. Kick is almost blocked. It is up, though, and will come down around the 20-yard line, picked up by Forest City, and now running with it, getting a little bit of room up to the 35. Cameron Willoughby getting a few touches of the football in this game. And that's where Forest City will take over. And
we've got a
is there another penalty?
Yeah, we've got another flag. And we're getting word it's either running into the kicker or roughing the kicker. It depends on really the contact that was there, but that, as you mentioned, Mike, that punt nearly blocked.
It came very close, within a couple of inches of getting blocked off the kick.
Now, if the defender gets a piece of the ball, if I'm not mistaken, the defender gets a piece of the ball and then makes contact with the kicker, it is not a flag. And that, it almost looked like the way that the ball came off of the foot of Clark Green, it had a bit of a wobble to it, almost like maybe there was some contact, but it doesn't look like the referees are seeing it that way, and they are marching it off as a penalty against Forest City. So it's going to be roughing the kicker. And
the 15-yard line is where the football rests now.
Well, a good chance for the defense here to really put some pressure on Forest City. Forest City's had a tough time moving the ball.
This would be a huge stop here if the Cougars able to keep them at bay. 10:20 to go in the first half. Getting some words from the crowd.
Referee's doing a good job of explaining what the penalty was there.
So Forest City taking over here. Now back to pass. Trying to find somebody open, now taking it himself. 3 Cougars all over him, and Seenan goes down deep in his own territory, unable to move the football very far at all there. So a great job on 1st and 10 for the Cougars defense. And a lot of pressure on this next play here for Forest City.
Yeah, Seenan looking downfield, trying to find a receiver, and that's really a product of the coverage from the Cougars. Just nowhere for Seenan to throw that ball. So he had to tuck it and run it, but nothing happening there. A great job by the defensive line and the linebackers getting out for coverage and making the tackle.
Now, big second down here for Forest City. It is a running play, and not being tricked at all are the Cougars. Not getting very much at all with that one. Forest City. So 3rd down, you're down by 17. You take a bit of a gamble here.
Yeah, no, you're just going to try and kick this away as far as you can, and you want to keep it out of the hands of Graham Smith. So, but a good job again from the Cougars defense. Shutting them down. Jahal Abari made the tackle there on that run. And it was a loss of yardage. So it's 3rd and 12. And I'm sure they're going to try and keep this ball away from Graham Smith after what happened earlier, the 60-yard punt return for a touchdown.
And now they're going to give up the single.
And I think that's a smart idea right there from Forest City, because you don't want to give the Cougars any chance to put any major points up on the board here again. They'll give the Cougars the ball deep in their own end and just give up the single point.
It could have easily turned into 7.
Yeah, you're right, Mike, exactly. Just give up the single and take the yardage, because it's certainly worth it, the trade-off, as opposed to allowing the Cougars a good chance to put 7 on the board again.
So that will extend the Cougars' lead to 19-0. 8.5 to go, 8:36 left in this first half.
Well, so far the Cougars really showing that their defense is very strong, especially that defensive front 4, really getting pressure, of course, led by Jordan Deneau at defensive tackle, and then another name that you've heard us call, Connor Martin, at defensive end. Both of those gentlemen invited to try out for the Team Ontario, along with Clark Green, who's been invited as a special teams player for kicking and punting. So 3 players invited from the Chatham-Kent Cougars to try out for Team Ontario, and that's always nice to see some locals get recognized for their talents.
Absolutely. So congrats to those boys for sure. 8:36 to go, and the safety making it 19-0 for the Cougars. And they will get the football here off of a proper kickoff from the 35-yard line for Forest City. Everything pretty much going right for the hometown Cougars in this opening half. Smith back to kick it off, and the kick is up, more like a line drive to around the 30-yard line of the Cougars. Now picking it up, hitting off to the left-hand side, getting a little bit of open room to run, still on his feet, heading down the sidelines, and finally taken out. Now 3 flags are brought out as Josh Wright startled a few of the Thunderbirds on that kickoff. He has done very, very well tonight.
Well, if you count all the flags out there, there were 4. There were 3 on that one play, and then there was 1 back here. It's going to be called, I believe, an illegal block in the back. right near the point where Wright caught the ball, and then that one on the far side was a late hit. It looked like Wright had already stepped out of bounds and then was hit by one of the Forest City defenders. So I think we might have offsetting penalties on this one. They might re-kick this one.
As the sun slowly sets on the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex, 8:27 to go in this first half. And the Cougars have to be happy with how things are going, but there's still a long way to go here. They don't want to lose focus.
Yeah, no doubt. You mentioned the sun setting. Of course, they've got the lights here now, which is outstanding. Nothing like playing under the lights. And
we probably will in the next half an hour or so.
Yeah, that's a great thing for this community, really, to have these lights here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. Give these kids a chance to really feel like you're big time, you know, play some nighttime football under the lights. A great feeling. I know I loved it in high school. We got a chance to do that in the community that I was in, and it's just a lot of fun. It adds another level of excitement.
It really has been a first-class facility since it was built a number of years ago. Very proud to have it here. So 1st and 10, Cougars taking over in their own territory. They run the football on 1st and 10, and they get it over the 45-yard line to around the 46. They get maybe 3 yards on that play. Setting up 2nd down and 7 to go. Clock ticking, 8 minutes to go in this second quarter.
I'm sure Forest City right now, their defense just saying, we got to stop them here. Get off the field, catch a breath, because Forest City's really been on the field a lot. Their defense in this first half so far, they've got to be winded, second wind already. And again, under 8 minutes to go in the second quarter, they want to get off the field, make a big stop here, and give their offense a chance to put some points on the board.
On 2nd and 7, a handoff along the near side, trying to get first down yardage, and quite possibly getting it. Good job for the Cougars, and like Blaine Bayshard got the job done that time.
And he did get the job done. A nice carry there from Blaine Bayshard, picking up about 7 yards on that run. A nice spin at the end. Bayshard, he's a load to handle coming around the corner. He comes in at 215 pounds. A nice spin move, and then just gets that nice lean forward and enough to get the first down for the Cougars. And 1st and 10 now from just their side of the field, about the 54-yard line.
Big run there for the Cougars. They get a fresh set of downs and a pass complete to the 50-yard line as Cody St. Pierre getting that pass from Zach Welton.
Zach Welton just looks so comfortable right there on that pass. Just very relaxed, sitting in the pocket. Not a lot of pressure on him. He's able to just sit back, look at the defense, see what he's got to offer, and making a nice throw, an easy throw and catch there to St. Pierre. Pick up of 5 yards on that first down, and 2nd and 5 to go.
6.5 left in the second quarter. Welton again looking back to pass. Another completion up to the 45-yard line. Looks to be about the 44. That looks to be easily a first down, and it is 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Nice little succession of plays here. Just calmly and efficiently moving this football down the field.
Yeah, it looks like Cody St. Pierre is turning into his favorite receiver here in the second quarter. 2 consecutive plays, 2 consecutive passes to number 14 for Chatham-Kent, and a nice first down.
From the Thunderbirds 44, another running play up the middle, and now losing the football was William St. Dennis as he looked to go up the gut, and I believe he recovered it okay.
He did, and boy.
Just by the skin of their teeth, the Cougars keeping football there as St. Dennis bobbled that one.
And we're just seeing Brandon Van Zelts going off the field with trainer Adrian Day. Looks like he got nicked up there on that last play, number 48, so Brandon headed to the sideline.
Work to do here. Now a pass. It's intercepted by the Cougars. Could go in for 6. It is a pick 6 for the Chatham-Kent Cougars. What a great position. Now a handoff up the middle, and the Cougars defense right there to snuff out that play.